welcome to our nut, bolt and washer assembly tutorial using Fusion 360. We're going to start with part one, which is creating a hex nut. So to start with, we're going to create a new sketch. We're going to choose the top plane and we're going to create a polygon. And we'll just choose this center point here. We'll make that 10 millimeters and make sure we've got 6 sides. Excellent. So when we've done that, I want to just select this top edge here and we're going to use the vertical horizontal just to align that. We've done that, finish sketch. Okay, we zoom in. We're going to extrude that 10 millimeters up and that'll give us the basis of our hex nut. At this point, I'm just going to save and I'm going to call this just hex nut assembly. So it's important that we save as we go in case we lose anything. Next part here is we're going to create our edge. So there's a couple of things we've got to do. The first thing is we're going to select our origin and the XZ axis. I'm going to create a new sketch on this face. I'm going to project, on here. I'm going to project. We've got a little red line, a little red circle on that edge. We're going to create a projection point there. It should turn purple, and then you have a purple circle here. From there, we're going to create a triangle from that point. Don't worry about the dimensions just yet. Once you've done that, you can hit the D key, and we're going to select this edge here. We're going to make that, say, 2 millimeters. Hit enter, and we're going to make this edge. If we just come out once we select it, and we go 1.5 for that one. So hopefully now, if we finish that, if we turn this body off here, we can see what we've just created. So I'm going to select that now and then turn the body back on, and you can see how that's coming into, I guess, that top edge. I'm going to use the revolve feature here and then select the vertical, so the Z axis here. You can see that blue line here. If we select that, that's going to show a revolve around that edge. So if we want full revolve all the way around, and we're going to make sure our operation is cut. Once that's selected, hit OK, and that's created that top edge of our hex nut. That can be good for some nuts. We're going to mirror that though on the bottom side. But before we do, we're going to create our hole. So if we select hole, we're going to select our face. We're going to create this hole on, and if we just use our mouse, we can sort of pick that up and then snap it to the center point here. So a couple of things we're going to do. So we're going to select, when it says extents, we're going to go all. So that's going to go all the way through. We're going to use a countersink. So countersink, we're going to say tapped, full here, and angle, no, we're going to go flat. For the top of the countersink, we're going to say 14 millimeters. And size, we're going to change that to 12. And then our designation, 12 times 1. And make sure that is in the isometric profile. And right hand, I'm going to change that to left hand, and we're going to model that. Hopefully now that should come out. Right, so 14 millimeters, size should have been 12. 12 times 1. So you've got the 14 up there. Isometric profile, 12 millimeters, 12 times 1, 6H, which is the default, and left hand, and that should be modeled. I don't know what happened. Okay, when that's all done, hit OK, and we have our thread and we have our countersink and sort of that top edge. What we're going to do now is mirror what we've just created here onto the bottom of our hex nut. So, hex nuts can look like that, but we're going to just use the mirror feature to match the geometry on the top side to the bottom. So firstly for that, we need to construct a midplane. So go to construct midplane, and we're going to select our faces. So the top one here, we want sort of the middle point between the top and bottom face. And this we can see, so between our top and our bottom faces, we have our midplane. Once that's selected and it comes up like that, select OK. And we've now got our construction. You can see construction over here. We've got our midplane. What we want to do now is we want to mirror our features that we've sort of created on that top edge. So select create, mirror, and then we're not going to select bodies, we're going to select faces. So faces, we're going to select this outer face that we've used the revolve feature, and then we're going to select the inner countersink. And then let's just select the mirror plane, the one that, our midway point, our midplane. So select that. And if we preview that, we should see what's going to happen on the bottom. So, yep, that's good. Hit OK. And then we have our completed hex nut. So I just turned off the construction midplane there. So if we looked again, so we've got the same geometry on the top and bottom. Excellent. Once you've done that, select save again. Just save, OK. And we're also going to label our body. So we're going to call that 10mm hex nut. Excellent. That is part 1 complete.